She became a professional golf champion at 14 years old. She's earned over $13 million before turning 23. And number 3 on this list will blow your mind about how she almost never played golf at all. Jeeno Thitikul is taking over women's golf. And if you don't know her name yet, you're about to become obsessed. From breaking records to shattering earnings milestones to dominating the world rankings, this Thai superstar is rewriting the rules of the game. So smash that like button, hit subscribe, and let's dive into the top 10 things you need to know about Jeeno Thitikul. Starting at number 10, something that will shock casual fans. Her name isn't actually Jeeno. Her real name is Jeeno Thitikul. But here's the story behind Jeeno that makes it so much cooler than just a nickname. Originally, her mother gave her the nickname Jean without the O, but when Jeeno was young and playing on Thailand's national team, her coach, who was the first Thai woman to play on the LPGA Tour, would call her Jeeno. And she loved it so much, she adopted it permanently. But why did she start using it professionally? In her own words, "For me, it's just easier for pronouncers, for podcasts, and for everyone to remember. It's short, and it's kind of unique as well." Smart move, right? Instead of constantly hearing people mispronounce Jeeno, she chose a name that's easy, memorable, and honors her coach and her roots. It's a brilliant branding decision that shows maturity beyond her years. So next time you hear Jeeno Thitikul, remember, it's not just a nickname. It's a tribute to the woman who helped shape her career and a strategic choice that made her more accessible to global fans. At number 9, the hilarious and surprisingly relatable reason she plays golf instead of tennis. Picture this. 6-year-old Jeeno is sick all the time. Her parents take her to the doctor, and the doctor recommends an outdoor sport to improve her health. Her father gives her a choice: golf or tennis. Most kids would try both, right? Not Jeeno. She went straight to YouTube, watched videos of both sports, and made her decision based on what she saw online. Her reasoning? Tennis involved too much running. Let me repeat that. One of the best golfers in the world chose her sport because she didn't want to run as much. If that's not the most Gen Z thing you've ever heard, I don't know what is. Imagine if she'd chosen tennis instead. We might have never witnessed her incredible golf career. YouTube literally shaped the future of women's golf. That's wild. Number 8 is bittersweet, and it shows the sacrifice behind the success. During tournaments, Jeeno doesn't travel with her family. Her parents and sister stay in Thailand while she travels the world with just her manager and her caddy, Banpat Bunpi Sansari. Her best friend on tour, Roning Yin, once pointed out how different their experiences are. "I'm lucky to have my parents with me, but Jeeno also has a manager, caddy travel with her, but it's kind of different." Think about that for a second. She's 22 years old, traveling to different countries almost every week, competing at the highest level, and doing it all without her family by her side. That's the price of greatness that nobody talks about. While fans see the trophies and the prize money, Jeeno is experiencing loneliness that most people her age never have to deal with. But here's what's beautiful. Her caddy Banpat isn't just her looper. He's become like family. He keeps her company, advises her on the course, and has been there since day one of her professional career. That bond is something special. Number 7 will make your jaw drop. Jeeno Thitikul earned over $6 million in the 2024 LPGA season alone. Let me put that in perspective. She shattered the previous single-season earnings record set by Lorena Ochoa. Back in 2007, Ochoa's record was $4.36 million. Jeeno destroyed that with $6,059,309 in official LPGA earnings. And here's what's crazy. Both Jeeno and Nelly Korda surpassed Ochoa's record in the same season. Korda earned $4.39 million. But Jeeno, she was in a league of her own. The crown jewel, her $4 million payday from winning the CME Group Tour Championship. That's the largest single prize in women's golf history, and she claimed it with one of the most clutch finishes you'll ever see. Eagle birdie to close out the tournament. When you include endorsements and off-course earnings, Jeeno made over $9 million total in 2024. At 21 years old, let that sink in. She's not just winning. She's changing what's financially possible for women golfers and she's doing it before she can even rent a car in some US states. At number 6, Jeeno made history by becoming the second youngest golfer ever to reach world number 1 at just 19 years old. On October 31st, 2022, Jeeno ascended to the top of the women's world golf rankings. The only person younger to achieve this? Lydia Ko, who did it at 17 years and 9 months. But here's what makes Jeeno's achievement even more impressive. She did it in her rookie season on the LPGA Tour. Most players take years to even crack the top 10. Jeeno went from Q school to world number 1 in less than a year. And guess what? She's back at number 1 right now in 2025. After Nelly Korda's dominance earlier this year, Jeeno reclaimed the top spot in August 2025 and has been holding it down ever since. What's wild is her consistency. She's had 64 top 10 finishes in her career so far. That's insane for someone who's only been on tour since 2022. She's not just flashing brilliance, she's showing up week after week after week. The scary part, she's still just 22 years old. She's going to be dominating women's golf for the next decade at minimum. Halfway through our list at number 5, and this one is legendary. Jeeno won a professional golf tournament when she was just 14 years old. On July 9th, 2017, as an amateur, she won the Ladies European Thailand Championship at age 14 years, 4 months, and 19 days. She became the youngest golfer ever to win a professional tournament. Now, that record has since been broken in 2023, but think about what she accomplished. A 14-year-old competing against professional golfers and winning, not just participating, dominating. And it wasn't a fluke. By the time she was 16, she was the world amateur number 1. By the time she turned professional in 2020, she already had 2 professional wins on the Ladies European Tour. Both as an amateur before going pro, she racked up 16 amateur victories. She won gold at the 2018 Summer Youth Olympics. She was the leading amateur at the Women's British Open in both 2018 and 2019, winning the Smith Salver Trophy both times. Basically, Jeeno has been winning her entire life. Golf isn't something she learned, it's something she was born to do. And here's the kicker, she was only playing golf to improve her health as a sick child. Now she's one of the wealthiest athletes in Thailand, and one of the most dominant golfers on the planet. Talk about a glow-up. At number 4, another financial bomb. Jeeno surpassed $10 million in career earnings before her 22nd birthday. To put this in perspective, most professional golfers never earn $10 million in their entire careers. Jeeno did it in just a few years. She's currently sitting at over $13 million in career earnings, and she's still in the early stages of her prime. By the time she's 30, she could easily be pushing $50 million or more if she keeps this pace. But what's beautiful about Jeeno is that she hasn't let the money change her. She's incredibly humble and grounded. She talks openly about using her earnings to take care of her family in Thailand. Her parents, who sacrificed so much driving her an hour to Bangkok for lessons when she was just a kid. Her father owned a car wash. Her mother was a hairdresser. They weren't wealthy, but they invested everything they could into their daughter's dream. And now, Jeeno is making sure they never have to worry about money again. She's also been named one of the 15 highest paid female athletes in 2024, earning $9.1 million total when you include endorsements. She's rubbing shoulders with tennis superstars and soccer icons. That's the level she's at. Money might not buy happiness, but Jeeno is using hers to honor her family and secure generational wealth. That's the mark of true character. Number 3 is the shocking hole in her resume. Jeeno Thitikul has never won a major championship. Yet. Now, before you think that diminishes her greatness, let me explain why this is actually terrifying. For her competition, Jeeno has 5 top 5 finishes and 9 top 10 finishes in majors. She's been right there multiple times. Her best major finish? Runner-up at the 2025 Amundi EVN Championship, where she lost in heartbreaking fashion. Grace Kim went eagle birdie eagle on her last 3 holes to steal the tournament from Jeeno. That's not Jeeno playing poorly, that's golf being cruel. She also finished solo 4th at the 2022 KPMG Women's PGA Championship and T4 at the 2023 Chevron Championship. She's consistently in contention. She just hasn't closed the deal yet. But here's why this is terrifying. Jeeno is 22 years old. She's already world number one. She's already a multimillionaire. She's already proven she can win under pressure. The major championship is coming. It's not an if, it's a when. And when she breaks through and wins her first major, the floodgates are going to open. Remember, Nelly Korda didn't win her first major until age 23. Lydia Ko didn't win her first until 21. Jeeno is right on schedule, and once she gets that major monkey off her back, watch out. At number 2, something that makes Jeeno so lovable. She's incredibly emotional and authentic. In her own words, 4 or 5 times I've been asked about this year. I think it's still been really an amazing ride this year. Definitely ups and downs, definitely had a lot of close ones but couldn't finish it. Cried a lot for sure on runners-up. She's had 4 second-place finishes in 2025. 4 times she was right there and couldn't close. That's soul-crushing, and she doesn't hide it. She cries, she processes, and she comes back stronger. One of the most heartbreaking moments of her season was at the Kroger Queen City Championship, where she 4-putted the 72nd hole to lose a tournament that seemed like a lock. She was in tears. But you know what she said afterward? It's not how often you fall, it's how fast you know how to stand up. That's the mindset of a champion. She doesn't pretend to be invincible. She acknowledges the pain, learns from it, and keeps pushing forward. This year has taught her humility. You're there, and definitely one day you're not going to be. It doesn't last forever, my career. She understands that success is fleeting, which makes her appreciate every moment. That's what separates good golfers from great golfers. Jeeno's emotional intelligence is off the charts. And finally, the number one thing you need to know about Jeeno Thitikul. She's best friends with one of her biggest rivals, Roning Yin. Jeeno and Roning's friendship started in November 2023, and it's become one of the most wholesome stories in women's golf. They won the 2024 Dow Championship together as a team, and after the victory, Jeeno said Roning is just what I wanted her to be in a partner, and like my best friend out there. What makes this friendship so special is that they're also direct competitors. They're both young, both dominant, both fighting for the same trophies. But instead of letting competition breed animosity, they've built something beautiful. Roning has talked about how lonely tour life can be for Jeeno, since she doesn't travel with family. So Roning makes sure to be there for her, to support her, to keep her company. That's real friendship. In a sport that can be isolating and cutthroat, Jeeno and Roning are showing that you can compete fiercely and love each other deeply. They celebrate each other's wins. They console each other after losses. They lift each other up. That's the future of women's golf. Collaboration over competition, community over individualism. Jeeno isn't just winning tournaments. She's showing the world how to be a champion and a good human being. And that's why she's going to be one of the most beloved athletes in the world for years to come. Jeeno Thitikul is only 22 years old, and she's already rewritten the record books. She's earned over $13 million, reached world number 1 twice, and established herself as one of the most exciting players in women's golf. But more than the money and the trophies, Jeeno represents something bigger: humility, resilience, friendship, and authenticity. She's proof that you can be elite without losing your humanity. What do you love most about Jeeno? Drop your favorite moment of hers in the comments below. If you enjoyed this video, smash that like button, subscribe for more golf content, and hit the notification bell so you never miss an upload. Jeeno Thitikul is just getting started, and we're all lucky to be watching her journey unfold. Until next time, keep grinding, and I'll see you on the next one.